First of two here on a Monday night, the opener for these two teams as we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
First play, and Wilson wants to throw it. And going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
And sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start. Unusual at all, but this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. "37 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Seahawks with a 1st and 10. Locke gets ready to go
at their 35-yard line.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It got his man, complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, 61 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down. These fans here in Seattle getting the chance to see Russell Wilson play his first game for a franchise other than theirs. In Russell's 10 seasons in a Seahawk uniform, he went 104, 53-1 in the regular season. Threw for over 37,000 yards, almost 300 touchdowns. A Pro Bowler at 9. He's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 72 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And Walker's somebody who just impresses you every time he steps on the field. He's a guy who was the Walter Camp and Doak Walker Award winner's final collegiate season behind a 1,600-yard campaign. 300 carries or more, that wouldn't be unexpected in his first season in the NFL.
And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now to the air, Lock. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. That completes it again to Metcalf. A solid stiff arm. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up for the 1st and goal.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run, Walker. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal.
This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There's no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10.
Past the 20 for a short gain, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete here.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson.
He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Cody Barton there to bring him down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson.
Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Wilson.
Albert Okuwegudon, the intended target.
Touchdown, Broncos. Albert O, 28 yards.
And the Broncos are back within a score.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They juked him. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Penny. And I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Sutton drilling it in on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
A couple of veterans, Wilson to Sutton there for the Bronco first.
Wilson. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Throwing is Wilson. He's got a man complete.
And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right. Hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Block now to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 31.
A gear for Walker running right.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker with his 1st career touchdown in his 1st career game. And the Seahawks have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Myers connects on the PAT. They will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Now it's Wilson. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will tie us at 24. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Lock going to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and 11. Now Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. A huge play there for Denver. 55 yards. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
Second down and goal. Wilson. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. McManus's point after is good, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
After the sack on first down, Locke under pressure, they got him again. That time Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack.
So Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
A lot of ground to cover here for Locke and the Seahawks. 3rd and long after that sack. Looking to throw. Locke. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taking on the midfield logo. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run it again with Williams. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon, and he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos will take over here just shy of the 30. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Well, partner, that'll do it. These Week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation. A fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for the Broncos, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they'll head